Well, probably the primary concern of most new teachers, which is not going to be surprising to anyone, is classroom management. Um, Excellent classroom management is often invisible. So it's hard for brand new teachers to really even understand that that's a part of what you have to think through as a teacher. So one of the things that you can do as a mentor teacher to help new teachers that are struggling or concerned with classroom management is really talk and think it out loud and try to make the things that you do naturally and normally because you've done it all these years. Try to explicitly name those things and bring it to the attention of the new teacher. And that will help them feel a little bit more comfortable, I think, with classroom management and tackling classroom management. Another really common concern of new teachers is reaching every learner. Sometimes they often enter the classroom naive about the variation in learner background. They also might not automatically be able to relate to every single learner. So they may know that it's critical for them to develop relationships with every learner, but they're not exactly sure how. So that can be a concern that they're not expecting, but then it kind of shows up when they're in the reality of the moment and they're faced with a number of different learners and they need to get to know each one of these individual learners individually while thinking and planning for them collectively. That's a tough thing to do for a new teacher. I think one last common concern for new teachers is something that we probably don't think about too much, and they probably don't think about until they get into the teaching context. But that's sort of understanding and navigating the micropolitics of teaching. There is so much more to teaching and being a successful teacher than just what you do with children in the classroom. Understanding the leadership style of the principal, understanding the dynamics between different teams in a grade level, understanding the district and the district's policies, and even understanding state policies and federal policies and how those policies are affecting what you are doing in the classroom as a teacher. That's often something, again, they might enter the classroom as a novice, not even knowing that that's something that they'll be concerned about. But pretty soon, as they observe the life around them in schools, they'll come to realize that navigating the micropolitics is a pretty important thing to do as a teacher and also understanding them as well. So they may need some help understanding and making sense of some of the actions that they see around them, not necessarily by the students, but by other adults in the building as well. One strategy that mentor teachers can employ to help new teachers, feel good about themselves is to always begin with some warm feedback, looking for the positive things that went on in a lesson, looking for just ways, even if maybe lessons aren't going well, looking for ways that the mentee is interacting with children in the classroom. You can always find something that's good about someone's teaching. So not skipping over and forgetting those things, but keeping in the back of your mind as a mentor that it's really important to articulate the good things that are happening. Because sometimes we can forget about that as mentors because we're excited about helping this teacher develop and we forget about it and we skip to reflective questions that are sometimes hard to think about. So always beginning with some good, warm, positive feedback is great. I think it's really important, though, to develop teacher efficacy, not to stop there. If you stop with just warm feedback, I think new teachers can sort of get a sense of, I need to go deeper here. And it might not feel so good if all I'm getting is warm feedback. So also finding a way to provide feedback and frame it in a way that helps new teachers learn and grow in addition to the things that they're doing good as well. That combination really contributes to people feeling good about their teaching. And then following up on the progress that they've made on the things that were pointed out or brought to their attention or areas for growth. Keeping track of those and coming back to them, not just forgetting about them. When they hear, oh, I really did do a lot better this time in getting the students into groups than I did the last time. Um, they know they're making progress, and that feels really good as well.